Guide Dogs for the Blind, Class Graduation, CA990, October 14, 2023.
Hello and good afternoon. I would like to welcome to you the California Class 990 graduation ceremony. Congratulations for being here. Thank you so much for joining us today, either in person or virtually online on our live stream. We really appreciate all of your support for us. Like I mentioned, we are live streaming from Guide Dogs for the Blind California campus. And whether this is your first, 30th, or who knows, maybe 100th, we are so happy that you're here with us today. Last year was our 80th anniversary, and we have so much to celebrate. And today, we're celebrating 7 new guide dog teams. And we really appreciate, since there's so many people who help make our mission possible, and we wouldn't be here without you today. First, I would like to thank our puppy raisers. Thank you for helping us prepare these special dogs for their new roles. We really know how much dedication and work goes into each individual puppy. In fact, on the instructional team, all 4 of us were puppy raisers, so we do understand the amount of hard work and also love that you give into these dogs, so we greatly appreciate it. And we look forward to hearing from some of you today. Our donors, thank you for helping us provide a lifetime of support for our alums at no cost to them. We allow our alums to have free veterinary care for our dogs via your donations. And also, our mission just wouldn't be possible without you. We don't receive any government funding, so we are very thankful for your support. And today, we actually have 2 team sponsorships that I would like to announce. The Bethlehem Foundation of San Francisco, California, and the Trabuco Canyon Puppy Club of Coto de Caza, California. Thank you for sponsoring 2 of our guide dog teams today. We would also like to thank Lillian Tremorley for her generous sponsorship of harnesses throughout 2023. We greatly appreciate your sponsorship as well. To our volunteers and employees, wow, we really wouldn't be able to do our mission without your support. Whether that be you're working directly with our dogs, in an administration, or directly with our clients. We are so grateful for your support. And in fact, I see a few staff members in the crowd today. I see some canine welfare training technicians. Hi. Neonatal welfare technicians who get to work with our mama dogs and our puppies. Thank you for joining. I see facilities, nursing, kitchen staff, Larry from development, and our CEO, Chris Beninger. Thank you for coming. And once again, without your support, we really wouldn't be able to fulfill our life-changing mission here at Guide Dogs for the Blind. We want to share a short video about our mission. This video is audio described, so in addition to the narrator, you will hear a second voice describing scenes in the video. Captions are also included. These inclusive features ensure everyone can access and enjoy the video.
Logos, Guide Dogs for the Blind and Guide Dogs for the Blind International.
Hello, I'm Noah Wiley.
A mama nurses a litter.
There's a special magic about Guide Dogs for the Blind.
Puppy bellies and wiggling tails.
Some might say it's the dogs.
Puppies squirm in a pile.
These courageous guides who change people's lives.
2 black puppies at a gate. Outside, a woman hugs her guide dog.
There's magic in the people, too.
A man walks with his dog. An older puppy licks a woman's cheek.
Like the volunteer puppy raisers.
Volunteers with puppies.
Who socialize and care for puppies in their homes.
Out walking in their neighborhood.
Encouraging them to explore new surroundings.
Riding the train.
And giving them love and guidance.
In the park.
To help prepare them to be a guide dog.
And in a group at the airport.
And, when it's time, part ways so that the puppy they have raised can go on to change someone's life.
A team on a city sidewalk.
When dogs return to our campuses, our world-class instructors work their magic to maximize each dog's potential to become highly skilled, smart, and loving companions.
Instructors with dogs.
Teaching each dog how to safely guide someone who is blind or visually impaired through the world. when they're at home,
relaxing by a fireplace,
hiking,
on a forest trail,
visiting friends,
at a picnic table,
catching a plane,
navigating baggage claim,
heading downtown,
in a city crosswalk,
across town,
along a riverfront,
taking public transportation,
at a train station,
or heading to work.
riding an escalator.
They will even disobey a command if it means keeping their handler safe.
People with guides in their neighborhoods.
Those who are on the other end of the harness might say the magic is there, moving freely through the world with ease, confidence, and independence. Along the way, helping them develop new relationships, connect with new people, building stronger, more compassionate communities.
A group of people with their guide dogs in Chinatown.
We know there is magic in these partnerships.
A woman hugs her dog.
The bonds that are formed,
Another kisses her dog's head.
the places they
A
go,
group of people and guide dogs at the Golden Gate Bridge.
the dreams that come true.
A woman leads small boys on a walk with her dog.
It's in the care,
Playing in a yard.
the friendship,
A woman pets a dog.
the lifetime of love.
Lying in her lap.
It's the ability to live a fuller life without limits.
A woman scales an indoor climbing wall.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, you are part of an amazing community that works together to make these partnerships possible at no cost to our clients.
Vets give checkups.
A community that helps us care for the health of our dogs over their lifetime. A community that provides the necessary training to help prepare potential clients for the guide dog lifestyle.
Instructors with clients.
A community that gives children in our youth programs the opportunity to experience the magic of a guide dog, to see if having a dog may be right for them.
Children interact and play with dogs.
A community that makes dreams of inclusion, enhanced confidence,
Clients walk with dogs.
mobility, independence, and companionship come true.
A man with his dog on the beach.
That's the magic of Guide Dogs for the Blind.
Share an orange sunset.
And it's all because of you.
He hugs his dog. Blackout. Logos. Guide Dogs for the Blind and Guide Dogs for the Blind International. The light fades to black.
I always love watching that video. I think it's a true depiction of our mission here at Guide Dogs for the Blind. Like I said, today we are celebrating our 7 new dogs and clients in our Guide Dog program. Our Guide Dog program is a 2-week program where clients are matched with a dog that is compatible with their lifestyle, and also so they can enhance their mobility. We provide a variety of training models that include both in-residence and also in-home training. But before we introduce our clients, I would like to introduce our instructional team for CA990. My name is Allie Hance, and I am an apprentice instructor. Our class supervisor and Guide Dog program manager, Melanie Harris. Qualified Guide Dog instructor, Taylor Mitchell. And apprentice instructor, Claire Luzito. I would also like to acknowledge 2 instructors who conducted 2 in-home trainings during this class period. Master Instructor Jessica Drew and Guide Dog Mobility Instructor Sam Kirkovic. And I'm going to pass the mic to Claire, who's going to introduce our new Guide Dog teams.
All right, hello, good afternoon. So I have the pleasure of introducing our new Guide Dog teams. So our first graduate today is Judy Chapman. Judy resides in Mendocino, California. Judy is currently retired but enjoys being a docent at the local museum. She loves her dairy goats and can't wait for her new guide to meet them. Judy is receiving her 3rd guide dog, Martez, a female yellow Labrador retriever. Martez was raised by the Cernak family of Lompoc, California, and this team is sponsored by the Bethlehem Foundation of San Francisco, California.
Hello. First of all, I am very grateful and appreciative for the Bethlehem Foundation sponsoring my stay here and donating to the guide dogs so that I can receive this wonderful new guide dog. So thank you very, very much. As part of their mission, they support trying to promote the independence of seniors. And I certainly qualify in that category and know firsthand what it is like to have your independence taken away. When my last guide dog retired about a year ago, she sat down and just decided she wasn't going to work anymore. And she was almost 11 years old, and she'd been a wonderful guide for many years. But then I suddenly could not go down the hill to my little town to buy my groceries. I couldn't go out for walks. I was basically housebound. And that's not really very much fun. And I learned in a great hurry that a white cane is a bad, or it's not really a bad substitute, but it's very, very different than having a guide dog. Your white cane doesn't magically know how to keep you out of dangerous traffic or avoid the cars. The cane doesn't, know how to find you a chair. The cane doesn't wiggle excitedly when you tell it it's going to go out for a walk. And as Claire reminded me, the cane certainly does not give you any love. And so I can't tell you what a joy it is to now have Marta's and be able to get back to my life as I've known it for many, many years, being able to get around. So, thank you very much, not only to the foundation, but to everybody who's part of this organization, and especially Amanda and Stephen and their family, and everybody involved. And I know everybody was mentioned, but it's really important that the kitchen staff knows that they do a fabulous job and feed us way too much good food. And the housekeeping and the resident advisors, the nurses, the trainers. Oh, and also thank especially Claire, who has been my trainer and just done a wonderful job, and Adam, who was Marta's trainer. So Marta's is a very special dog. She's already had 5 puppies, and her puppies are now with Amanda. One of them is now with Amanda and Stephen, and they hope that someday that puppy will be up here being presented to a new client. So thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Stephen, so much, and thank you, everybody. I can't tell you how much it means to me in giving my life back as I love it. And I'm sure Marta's and I will have many, many happy years ahead together.
Well, thank you. Martez was our 4th dog that we trained as a puppy. A couple words to describe her. I'm going to say smart, eager, enthusiastic, energetic, exuberant. Lots of E words in there. It's kind of a theme throughout our little, speech here. And she was just excited about life and just a pleasure to raise. Kind of going on that E theme, shortly after she was recalled, we got one of the pup dates from Guide Dogs, and her trainer described her as a petite, athletic, and effusive Labrador. Effusive, excuse me, sorry. I'm an engineer, not an English major. With a joyous manner and a fanciful trot. So, and I think that summed her up perfectly. So we're very proud of her and thankful to everyone who has helped her get where she is today. She was an amazing dog, and we're so grateful, Judy, that you get to have her, it means the world to us to see her succeed and you get the help that you need. Excuse me, sorry. It was kind of mentioned that she was part of the Charter Stock program, and so we are happy now to raise one of her daughters from the E litter. there's the connection. Elle. So we're looking forward to raising her and getting her here to help support another blind person in the future. And Elle is 6 months old today, so it's nice that the graduation occurred at the same time. So, congratulations, Judy. We're so happy, like I said, to see you with her, and you're a great match, and we wish you all the best in the future.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations to this new team. All right, next, our second graduate today is Gabby Cohn. Gabby resides in New York, New York. Gabby is a final year student at Hebrew Union College Jewish Institute of Religion. She is studying to become a rabbi. She will be ordained in May of 2024. She currently interns at Temple Israel of New Rochelle and is excited to introduce her new guide to her classmates and congregants. Gabby is receiving her first guide dog, Josie, a female black Labrador retriever. Josie was raised by Annika Hillary Isla Kayer of Sebastopol, California, and Leslie Podesta of Oakland, California.
Hello. First of all, I want to thank all of Josie's puppy raisers. Josie, sit. Good girl. I want to thank all of her puppy raisers, the two families that raised her, the kids, the parents, everyone. Annika, Leslie, thank you for being here today, and to everyone watching on live stream. It's so great to hear about all of your experiences raising Josie. She's a little diva, and she knows it, which is perfect because I'm sure my parents, who surprised me and flew in from Maryland to be here today, would say that I am a diva as well. I grew up with guide dogs for the blind guides. My dad got his first guide from the Oregon campus in 2007 when I was only 14 years old, and is now on his second dog, Dan, who was actually trained by Adam, the same trainer that trained Martez. So fun connections there. And I'm so grateful to be here and to finally get to the point where I have an actual dog that is coming home with me. It's been a long journey with lots of hiccups along the way, and I'm very excited to be standing here today.
Hi everyone, I'm Annika. I was Josie's primary puppy raiser, along with my mom and sister who weren't able to be here today, but they were like my supporters along the way. Josie was our fourth puppy that we raised, and she was our second graduate now. We picked her up on March 27th of 2022, and she was my first black lab that I got to raise, and she's also by far the smartest dog I have ever raised. Since day one, she was our little worker bee. That's what we referred to her as. She was always up to go out and would go until she was dead tired. She jumped right into my senior year of high school with me at around 4 or 5 months old after Leslie had started her for me. And she did not miss a beat. We did all the senior year activities, and she was by my side through it all and walked at graduation with me. She was also my first puppy I ever got to fly with, which was really cool because we were flying to my third guide dog's graduation in Oregon. So it was just a quick trip, but when she jumped on the plane at 8 months old, she jumped on like she'd been on a plane a million times before and had no flaws in her travel. So I'm excited to see what she can do with Gabby working in New York. She was often referred to as Josephine, Josephina, or Joes when she was with us, and she was our Spitfire. She was cuddly, but she did not want to cuddle often. She wanted to work and she wanted to play. And she kept me on my toes, but she was committed to working, so I knew she would be a great guide dog. I want to thank everyone from my club, the Santa Rosa Club, who was able to join me today and celebrating Josie and for supporting me along the way, and to her trainers who worked really hard to get her to the point that she's at. I'm excited to watch her succeed, and I know that they will be a perfect match and conquer anything that's thrown their way.
Congratulations. Our third graduate today is Martin Corsell. Martin resides in Scarborough, Ontario. Martin works in the accessibility field. He enjoys hiking, running, and cycling. Martin is looking forward to having his new guide join his active lifestyle. Martin is receiving his 6th guide dog, Almond, a female yellow Labrador retriever. Almond was raised by Celeste Gona of San Antonio, Texas, and Sydney Narvid of San Antonio, Texas.
6th dog. That's crazy. I started when I was 22 with Guide Dogs for the Blind. And yet again, it has become another success. Almond is amazing. I wanted to thank both Sydney and Celeste for the great puppy raising. Although she does dive bomb me when I'm on the recliner. But, that's okay, though. And she doesn't want to sit. Almond, sit. Good girl. And I'd also like to thank my trainer, Allie. She was amazing, and she said, well, I had mentioned that I wanted to do some hills in San Francisco. I regret it now, but it's been an amazing experience. Thank you so much, and thanks for my classmates as well. It's been a great time. Thank you.
Almond's Razors were unable to be here today, but they have sent along some well wishes that I will read on their behalf. This is from Sydney. Hello, everyone. I wish I could be there to see this remarkable journey begin with Martin and Almond. However, being in college makes it tough to make the trip. Almond was my 5th guide dog puppy that I have raised. Almond was also the first puppy that I took to college in Corpus Christi, Texas. She was transferred to me about a year ago in the James Madison FFA Puppy Club. She could be a bit stubborn, but I knew with extra guidance she had the ability to become a guide dog. Almond has always been such a sweetheart and a happy puppy. She loved to cuddle, chew her toys, and to learn new things. One of my favorite memories with Almond was taking her to the beach for the very first time. She got the zoomies in the water and started doing her happy dance by wiggling her butt. I would like to thank the James Madison Puppy Club, as well as my PFM, Sandy Allsworth, for trusting me and guiding me on how to make Almond successful. I know that Martin and Almond will have an amazing experience together, and I wish them the best of luck. A description of the photo on the screen: Almond, a female yellow lab, sitting across from Razor Sydney, looking at each other eye to eye, with a small chalkboard placed in front that reads Phase 8. In the background is a river and beautiful green, vibrant trees.
Congratulations. Our 4th graduate today is Will Hand. Will resides in Sacramento, California. Will works in human resources at the DMV headquarters. Will enjoys taking long walks, listening to music and podcasts, and cooking in his spare time. Will is receiving his first guide dog, Delilah, a female black Labrador retriever. Delilah was raised by Kathy and Megan Hillner of San Antonio, Texas, Lori Wadsworth of San Antonio, Texas, and Magenta Bell of San Antonio, Texas.
Okay. Well, I don't have a lot to say. I want to express my gratitude. This whole program has really far exceeded my expectations. I've been using a cane since about 2016. I'm very proficient at it, but getting from point A to B to Z will be much more effective with the help of Delilah, for sure. She's an awesome dog. You guys did a great job. And she's a great companion. She's very smart. and is fast to learn, and I've been taught to teach her a few new things, how to find my door, my chairs, at the dinner table, find my chair. She knows once she finds it, she's going to get a treat. She's just awesome. It's amazing what these dogs can do. Like a heat-seeking missile, they find stairs and doors and escalators, elevators, get us through and around obstacles. I mean, it's just tremendous. I just want to thank all of these raisers here. What you've done is just outstanding. I can't thank you enough. And everybody that is involved in this program, you've done an outstanding job. I'm just blown away, and thank you very much.
My name is Lori, and Delilah was my 9th puppy in training. When I think of Delilah, as I so often think of all 12 of my puppies, I think of 3 words: spice, drive, and adventure. She has quite the personality, spicy, which I recognize right away. As a starter for the greatest puppy raising field manager in the universe, Sandy, I have a general playbook for starting a puppy. It always requires a few revisions, as each puppy is unique. Delilah was no exception. With her spice and drive, even as a 9-week-old puppy, we had a meeting of the minds in that heart-to-paw kind of way, and our journey together took off. She has the drive and determination, the likes of which I hadn't seen before, and she has confidence in spades. Every day is a brand new day for Delilah, and she looks forward to each with great anticipation. Although puppies do grow and change along the way, I suspect she will be no different for Will, and I look forward to hearing all about their adventures together. If they ever find themselves in San Antonio, Texas, they will always have a place to stay. The Puppy Raisers' motto is to raise a puppy, change a life. This is where it gets tough. Delilah, go and do great things and change Will's life as you were raised to do from the very start. I'm so proud for you both and wish you all the very best. Congratulations.
Well, as the guide helpers have levels of novice, what's lower than that? Because that's what I am as far as a raiser. My retirement plan was not to raise puppies, but my dear daughter here has such a love for the dogs and such a natural instinct to raise them that I got to come on to the bus and drink the Kool-Aid, so to speak, because this sweet lady here in the pink sweater asked me today, how do you give them up when you love them so much? When I see Will walk down the hallway with Delilah, that's why we give them up. Mm-hmm. Because it is an amazing program, something that I'd never seen before in my life. And just to come on your beautiful campus and fill your heart for people, why not give them up? So that we can go on to our next one and provide that again for the next person. And we love Delilah, and we miss her, but not that much to keep her. And at first, when she was being seen if she was going to be a breeder, me knowing nothing, was sort of like in my heart, no. She's an amazing worker. Let her be a guide. What do I know? But anyway, we are so proud of her, and we are so thrilled for Will and his family to welcome Delilah into their family and have a life with her. And we're so excited for you, Will. We're so proud of you, and we're especially proud of Delilah.
Yes.
Ring around the rosy. I am so blessed that I got to, this was my first dog I ever trained and co-raised with Magenta and Lori and my mom. I'm so thankful that she said he agreed, yes. I was a part of the Madison Club, and it was so great, the experience. Mrs. Mack was an awesome teacher. Then I got to move to the San Antonio Club with Jeff and Barbara Chandler. They were so amazing. They're still amazing today. And I am so thankful that Delilah gets to go on this great adventure and getting to know different sights and different smells. The first time I met Delilah, I was like, oh, she is so adorable. But I'm ready for her to have this great adventure, and I'm so blessed that she gets to go do this. Here you go.
All right, let's open this bad boy up. All right, so my name is Magenta. This is such a joyous day for Team Delilah. Delilah was my 5th guide dog puppy I raised, but first raised for Guide Dogs for the Blind. Her vivacious personality and adventurous spirit inspired me to get out and go each day, whether I wanted to or not. Delilah's smarts were nearly unmatched, and it was such a pleasure to watch her learn so quickly. I will forever love her sass, and I considered myself lucky to have spent time making memories with her and being able to finish her raising from the great start Lori had given her. From marching in a Martin Luther King Jr. parade to exploring the San Antonio Riverwalk to flying to San Rafael for formal training to her absolute favorite, which was also a trip to the beach, Delilah was always willing to bounce her way through life. I truly pray she will continue to do the same as she guides Will through his daily adventures. A phrase often spoken by raisers, aside from the one that Lori mentioned, is inside every guide dog beats the heart of a puppy raiser. This is especially true for Delilah. She's taken a huge chunk of my heart, even when I thought I couldn't find any more to share. And each day, Will tells her forward she'll be guiding with a piece of 4 ladies' hearts from across the country. Congratulations, Will. My apologies, I don't have any dad jokes to share in this speech. But I do wish you the best of luck in all your endeavors with your new guide dog, Delilah.
Thank you.
Safe travels home to Sacramento.
All right, thank you. Our 5th graduate today is Gabriel Lawley. Gabriel resides in Irvine, California. He is a certified medical interpreter and works freelance. He enjoys running, walking with his guide, and spending time with his teenage boys, Alex and Max. He's receiving his 2nd guide dog, Cosmo, a male black Labrador retriever. And I know earlier we mentioned that it takes a village to raise a dog, and this is definitely the case here, so bear in mind while I read a bunch of names, it's very exciting. Cosmo was raised by Cheryl Henson and Belle Dial of Granada Hills, California, Hannah, James, and Kimiko Parker of Santa Clarita, California, Josie and Steve Block of Valencia, California, Kristen Skoros of Granada Hills, California, Linda Richardson of Porter Ranch, California, Megan Watson of Santa Clarita, California, and Melanie Musella of Valencia, California.
Hello, my name is Gabriel Lally, and I like to start stories at the beginning. Since I have 2, this is my 2nd puppy, and the 2nd guide rather. I was only given half an hour to do speech. So, and I think Mr. Chris Benninger will agree with me when I finish. Anyway, I want to start for the first. It's all the breeders here on this campus, amazing, because they're the ones that make sure the puppies are healthy, and before they hand them over to the wonderful puppy raisers. And so my first guide dog came from was with Amy Davis from Utah, and she raised him along with Mackenzie and Cree. And then he went to Colorado with Kirsten Rittenhouse, and so. Now he's retired. I retired him on September 30th, the day before I came here. We did the last walk. And excuse me. Okay, come here. Okay, Cosmo, relax. And so my ex-wife and Roxana and my 2 children are not watching right now because they don't want to know the color of the dog. Since Volt is black, they want to be surprised, and I've been telling them that this one is green. So. Yeah, and there's a character called Cosmo that's a green for a movie or some sort. But so yeah, they're gonna be. We all 4 are gonna be watching it on YouTube once I get home. I want to thank everybody in the campus. Amazing, especially my my training Taylor. When I came first, I was here with Melanie Harris and Palmer Fitzhugh, the trainers with Volt. And now Melanie, to my surprise, is a supervisor, and she has a lot of patience for me, especially. And my classmates too. We've been joking. Thank you guys for, taking care of me and accepting my jokes all the time. So, so they laugh. The courtesy laughs, but I appreciate that too. So about Cosmo, he was named. First, I thought it was Cosmos, which is the universe, but then I found out there is a famous drink, Cosmopolitan, that is made of vodka, orange liquor, cranberry juice, and lime juice. And so they probably pair him up with me because they know I like to drink. So I've been really looking forward to my first drink when I get on campus. It'll be a Cosmopolitan. So. Thank you again, everybody. The Curious Manager runs a very tight ship here. It's an amazing organization. Thank you for all the donors, all the puppy raisers that are wonderful. Thank you for all of you to come here. I know that you came from far away. Make a big effort besides giving me this precious gift. And he's really fast. I've forgotten how fast these 20-month-old guides are. It's been 90. I had my first one for 9 years before I retired him, and I'm a fast walker and I like to run also. But this guy almost had that. Taylor and I almost running every time. So, but thank you very much, everybody, and have a wonderful evening. And thank you for supporting Guide Dogs for the Blind, the best school for guide dogs you'll ever find in the whole world.
Yeah, so my name is Belle. This is my mom, Kristen. As you probably noticed, there's a lot of us. Cosmo was what we call a club puppy. So he was co-raised by many raisers in the Santa Clarita Club. He was just a joy. He, so silly, so goofy. We called him our goober. He loved going to all of our houses and meeting all the people and all the animals, making some new furry friends. One of the raisers deemed him Velcro Dog because he always wanted to be with a person. It didn't matter if he was dead asleep, he was going to follow you no matter where you went. He loved working. He would always get excited when he saw his green jacket. So wiggly. And I think we all had really high hopes for him when he was recalled, as we always do. We always want them to have a joyous life, guiding their partner. And Gabriel, I think I speak for all of us when we wish you and Cosmo the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
So those are our teams that we had in person. We also are honoring 2 teams that were doing in-homes training as well. So for our 6th graduate today is Stephanie Bakay. Stephanie resides in Littleton, Colorado, and received in-home training with Tabby, a female Black Labrador Golden Retriever cross. Tabby was raised by Sharon and Bernard Buteau of Poway, California, and Alexis Lopez of Escondido, California.
I will be reading a note written by Stephanie about Tabby. Dear puppy raisers, volunteers, and GDB staff, I want to express my sincere thank you to everyone in matching me with the most perfect guide dog in the entire world. I love her willingness to work and her drive to keep me safe while we are walking the streets of Colorado. Another favorite aspect of Tabby is her playful and ever so gentle nature. Since being home and traveling each day, she somehow manages to use my entire living room as her playroom. My confidence in myself and trusting Tabby has increased because of all the work that everyone puts into providing us with outstanding dogs. Thank you from Tabby and I for all you do to make our world a better place. Love, Stephanie and Tabby. And here's a description of the photo that's on the screen. Stephanie sitting on a wooden bench with Tabby, a female Black Lab Golden Retriever cross in harness. Stephanie is smiling at the camera. And then I'm also going to read a note written by Tabby's puppy raisers, Sharon and Bernard. Tabby is the 11th puppy that my husband and I have raised for Guide Dogs for the Blind, and each one holds a special place in our hearts. Tabby was always a fun little pup that was just waiting for you to get ready to go on an outing with her. She had the perfect blend of energy to go out all day or just hang out at home all day. As a leader, I had Tabby go to new raisers and sitters, partially to train the new people, and partially to make sure Tabby got different experiences. She was a great puppy sitting experience for new people. Thank you to my co-leader, Diana, for always helping out, and thank you to our club, San Diego Northeast, for supporting every pup in our club and helping them get across the finish line to become guides. Special thanks to the GDB instructors for taking Tabby at the very end of her training and finding her the perfect match. Welcome to the Guide Dogs for the Blind family, Stephanie. Our hope is to stay in touch with you and that you and Tabby have many successful years together. Enjoy our fearless little warrior. And the photo on the screen is raisers Sharon and Bernard are kneeling in front of the Guide Dogs for the Blind puppy truck with Tabby sitting between them. All are looking at the camera.
Congratulations, Stephanie and Tabby. Our 7th and final graduate today is Sheldon Werner. Sheldon resides in Victoria, British Columbia, and received in-home training with Oak, a male yellow Labrador retriever. Oak was raised by Mary Jo and Pete Egas of Trabuco Canyon, California. This team is sponsored by the Trabuco Canyon Puppy Club of Coto de Caza, California.
This is Taylor. I'm going to be reading a note from Sheldon, followed by a note from his raisers. First, from Sheldon. Greetings, my fellow classmates, staff, and puppy raisers. I am completing in-home training in Victoria, British Columbia. My name is Sheldon Werner, and my guide dog's name is Oak. Oak is my 7th guide dog and was born on January 6th, 2022, a special year for GDB, which celebrated its 80th anniversary, and for Oak, being the first puppy whelped in 2022. Graduating with Oak on October 14th is a bittersweet celebration for me, since my previous guide dog, Lita, who is now 13 years and 9 months old, also graduated with me on October 14th, 2011. So you can see how much this means to me. I want to express my gratitude to my puppy raiser, Mary Jo Egas, who celebrated her birthday earlier this week. She and her husband have been puppy raising for over 30 years and have over 35 puppies under their belt. This is dedication to the umpteenth degree and their love for this cause that helps so many people like us. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now I am about to semi-retire my 2 white canes named Cain and Abel. On a last note, a big thanks goes out to Sam, my trainer who made my training a joyful experience. I must also say that she has a great sense of courage on night walks. We took a shortcut through a dark cemetery to get to the water for a training session. I must say that it was longer than I expected, and I personally recommend it if you want to speed up your graduation with a new guide dog, especially if they're superstitious or afraid of the dark. Now, go out and walk proud with your guide dog. Experience the best journey of your life and expand your horizons. For now, you are GDB ambassadors. Love, Sheldon, Oak, and retired guide Lita. All right, a description of the photos that are on the screen. There are 2 images. The first image is Oak and retired guide Lita, a female yellow lab, snuggling on a big red dog bed in front of a brick fireplace. The second image is Sheldon and Oak pictured in downtown Victoria, BC. Sheldon is standing in front of the Parliament building wearing a blue raincoat. Oak is sitting between Sheldon's legs, and both are looking at the camera. Next, a note from Mary Jo and Pete. We fondly remember the phone call from our PFM, our puppy raising field manager, Devin, asking us if we would be willing to raise Oak, who was the first puppy born in 2022, GDB's 80th anniversary year. That yes brought us so many fun and rewarding adventures that led us to this moment. Oak was a happy, fun-loving puppy who loved to go on outings and explore the world. He was eager to learn, a great cuddler, and always a joy to be around. Many years ago, we got involved with GDB because of our love of dogs. Who can resist cute, cuddly puppies, right? We continued to be involved after all these years because of the wonderful people we've met along the way. Puppy raisers, leaders, PFMs, puppy truck drivers, vets, trainers, breeder custodians, donors, graduates, and the list goes on. You know who you are. All of you have become family. Today, we are adding another member to our family, another match that we affectionately call the Wonder of GDB. Sheldon, we certainly enjoyed our Zoom chat and look forward to hearing about the many adventures you will go on. Sheldon and Oak, we wish you many years of adventure, friendships, and cuddles. May God bless you and guide you wherever you go. To GDB, we thank you for the opportunity to be a part of such an incredible organization that changes so many lives, including ours. We also want to thank the Trabuco Canyon Puppy Raiser Club for sponsoring the team and Frank Frand for donating the harness. The description of the photos on the screen. There are 2 images. The first image is Raisers Mary Jo and Pete wearing GDB t-shirts, seated on a planter with plants behind them. Oak, 12 months old, is sitting between them on the grass wearing his green puppy jacket. The second photo is Oak, 7 weeks old, posing on the cover of Guide Dog News 2022 in the puppy center, sitting on a raised platform with chew toys in the background. He is giving a high five with his paw while facing the camera, and his mouth is slightly open as if he's smiling. Congrats to this team.
So congratulations to all these teams that are graduating today for Class 990. We wish you guys nothing but the best. We hope for lots of happy years and lots of travel. And I will be passing over the mic to Taylor. We will be doing a demonstration as well as giving some closing remarks.
Thank you, Claire. All right, we are going to be doing a demonstration that is about chair targeting. So as some of the clients mentioned, they have been taught to teach their dog new things. And our favorite way to teach these dogs something new is with the clicker, which you'll probably hear is like distinct clicking noise. And that is used to mark the dogs for good behavior and lets them know that they are doing something appropriate. I'm just going to scooch this chair in a little bit so that I have a little bit more room in the center. All right, so that click to this dog, her name is Kimura, means yes, you did something correct and food is coming. So she obviously is very excited about this activity and is using what we call a hand target. So Claire is presenting her closed fist in front of Kimura's face. Kimura already knows to target that fist by touching it with her nose. Then Claire clicks and gives a reward. Claire is now going to be moving that hand target to the chair. So she's transferring that hand to the chair, letting her know, all right, now we're not just targeting my fist, but we're targeting this specific chair. And she's about to start adding some distance. Obviously, Kimura loves this activity. And so she's going to start taking a few steps away. Note that even though we're teaching her to find the chair, we're not giving any commands right now. Claire is just showing her what she wants with her fist, hand, and the clicker. Obviously, these dogs also enjoy finding things, and it's really the foundation of all guide work we do. Finding curbs, finding obstacles, or getting around obstacles, depending on what's necessary, finding doors and destinations as needed as well. So once Claire feels that she has built up enough distance and that Kimura has a good understanding of where she's going, she's going to pick up that handle, and Kimura already knows where she's going, so she doesn't have to say anything at all. We're actually just building on repetition and patterning this behavior to get our desired response. Good girl. All right, and then the very last step when teaching a new behavior, we're going to start adding the word. In this case, we're using the word chair. She already knows the command forward, so Claire is going to pair the command chair with forward in order to get the desired response. And as you can tell, this is actually a very fast process. These dogs love finding things, they love targeting, and then the last thing Claire is going to do is sit in the chair to make it applicable, right? They want to find a chair for a purpose, and they want to find an empty chair so that you can sit in it. So that's just one demonstration of the things that we teach these dogs. And we teach finding the curbs in a very similar manner, that we pattern them by leading up to the curb, clicking when they find it, and rewarding. These dogs love these clicker games. They love training games. And this is a big part of why they love the work that they do, because it's very positive. It's an enjoying process for them, and it's enriching as well. They get a lot out of it. So thank you, Claire, for your demonstration, and thank you, Kimura, for loving this activity. So this is just one of the many things that we are able to teach these dogs and then teach our clients to teach their own guides going home. This is an opportunity for them to learn how to teach their dogs objects in their home environment, locations that they want to find, and really customize their dog to their lifestyle going forward. We are not just putting these teams together and sending them out into the world, but we're also making each and every one of you graduates guide dog trainers in your own right. And you guys are already excellent at that. So congratulations again to this team. Thank you all for attending this graduation. It's been lovely to see so many people here. And as a puppy raiser, my heart is warmed as well, not just as an instructor, to see so many familiar faces and so much love in this room. Thank you to all who also attended on live stream. I'm sure there were many who also experienced the joy and love in this room, just like I did. If you are interested in volunteering, joining our staff, making a donation, or if you know anyone who would benefit from our services, please speak to any of the staff who are here today. We'd love to chat with you, or you can visit guidedogs.com. For those of you who are here in person, please join us for some refreshments. We also have the gift shop open today. It's open until 3:30. For those viewers of you who are at home, we hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for attending, and congratulations again.
Guide Dogs for the Blind, guidedogs.com, 800.295.4050.